Hello and welcome back. Thank you, as always, for tuning in here. We're going to talk about our attachment to the physical body today and how that impacts us and how it blocks awakening, because it most certainly, definitely blocks it. We run around here in the world, of course, conditioned through no fault of our own, none at all, to identify as this, as a physical body, which we take to be us, and we wait on it and attempt to please it through all kinds of things. And we feed it and give it water and clothe it and house it, give it a shelter if we can to sleep in. We do everything believing that this image that we see when we look in the mirror is us. We think this is us. And again, we've been raised and conditioned to think exactly that. And so we go forth and we feed and clothe and gratify the human body. And here along comes spirituality. Oh, I know. It's what we're all drawn to because we actually know deep down that it's more than just the physical body. There's more to our experience, there's more to life. In fact, there's just more than meeting the needs of this thing that is extremely limited when you think about it and doesn't last. It loses its strength, even if you're really ripped and you go to the gym a lot and you're young and hale and vigorous. That will not, and you know it will not last. This thing that we identify with as ourselves is highly finite and quite limited. And we know that. And we've also been drawn to spiritual practice because we know there's more to it than just the body. Clearly, if you didn't have that awareness, you wouldn't be here. And well, you most certainly would never be attracted to A Course in Miracles, which simply comes right out and says what we all deep down know: you're not a body. You know this. You don't have to accept that, and you can deny it all you want. Not a problem. That is 100% up to you. Yet we all know it's true. As we run around here in the world, we can't help but experience the body as a limitation because there's things that it can't do, right? It appears to be in just one location, for starters. It can only move so fast, especially under its own power. It has to spend fully 25 to 30% of its existence in a catatonic slumber, sleeping. The more that we can Relax our iron mental grip on the body as your reality, the better. It is not your reality. It's nothing. It is not your reality. It is an extraordinary limitation. And we all have way too much faith in it as a source of strength. Remember, it doesn't last. It grows old and craps out and ceases to function. It does. How is that a source of strength? I mean, really, I invite you to think about that. How is it actually a source of strength? We don't welcome awakening while we prefer to be attached and identify with the physical body. When we're doing that, we're saying something that you may not actually mean, but that's what's going on, is that you prefer pain and destruction and death. And you identify with this, you actually are saying in your mind that you prefer pain and destruction to truth. Truth is way more than just the physical body. You could choose truth right now. We do this with the mind. That's why this course is a course in mind training. And we need this conversation, whether you want to turn this off or not. Again, your choice. You can react however you react toward this pixelated image on your screen. You can react however you want to react to A Course in Miracles or any spiritual teacher from any spiritual tradition. All we do is point. It's up to you to walk the walk. I'm not going to drag you, not even. All we can do is point. It's up to you to change your mind. We have not completely disidentified with the physical body. At no point have we utterly and completely yet forgotten it. We may have had glimpses and moments, and you may have had many of those. We don't know when those are going to come, but they happen. They most certainly happen, and you may have had those. But once you completely forget the body, it may return to what we call your field of vision, to your experience, but you'll never see it in the same way again. And you may have had many glimpses of thinking from outside it, beyond it. We all actually do get these from time to time. At no single instant, not one, does the body actually exist at all. Well, you're not a body. So there you go. Now, that's one of these ideas that we find extremely difficult to swallow here in the world because we've been raised and conditioned and indoctrinated to believe otherwise. Okay. So, what do we do with this? Well, we listen to the message of our inner teacher for starters, and then we do as he, she, it, they suggest. Your inner teacher is part of your mind. The Holy Spirit is part of your mind. We do this course under the guidance of the Holy Spirit, and you may call it whatever you wish. It's part of our mind that will point us in the right direction, so to speak, that will help tremendously. Try it. If you have, then you'll know for sure. That no single instant does the body even exist at all. It's either remembered or anticipated. And that makes perfect sense when you consider that here in the world, we live almost our entire lives in the past or the future. We think about past events. We think about what we did yesterday. We think about what happened on February 27th, 1983 at 8 o'clock. And we appear to remember it with crystal clear precision. Of course, that memory is different every single time. That's why stories continue to get embellished and embellished over time, because we don't actually remember all the details, even though they appear as pretty stark or pretty beautiful pictures in our minds, depending on what the situation was that you're recalling. We spend almost all our time remembering or anticipating the future. Future's not here. The past is gone. And we would all readily accept that. And we would all also readily accept in the abstract here that the future is not yet here. And it is not. It's not here. Past is gone. Future's not here. And when we dote on the future, we wonder about our next meeting at the top of the hour. We think about what we're going to do next week or 2 years from now. And we wonder this and we wonder that. None of that's here right now. And the past is also gone. And we would readily accept it. Yet, what do? Well, we live almost our entire lives in one or the other. We don't see anything as it is right now. If you really saw things as they are right now, this would be nothing. It is never experienced just now. Why? Because there isn't a body. It makes no difference whether you gleefully and happily accept this idea. I mean, it may come as a profound relief or a confirmation to you of something that you've always deep down felt or that you've deep down known on an intuitive gut level that you find very difficult to explain in words. I mean, it may come across that way. The teachings of A Course in Miracles often do. Well, they can also come across as, well, something that scares the crap out of you. That is also possible. It is possible to take these ideas and reject them. You are not a body, and you do know this. You don't have to just accept it. If you do, or if you don't, you're still not a body, and you still know. These are ideas that we repeat here. And why not? The Course repeats it, so this video series is going to repeat it to count on that. In fact, the idea that I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me, with the rhyming completely deliberately placed in the English language to stick in our mind. That series of sounds, that idea is actually seen in 20 consecutive lessons in the workbook, lessons 201 through 220. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. If this isn't your reality and it's a profound limitation, that means you're way more. You're beyond it completely. So, what do you do while we all appear to be here? And this looks like a body, doesn't it? Give it to your inner teacher and let him run the show. Really, I'm serious. Give the physical body over to your inner teacher for the purposes of healing the mind for his purposes. Try it. And then when you remember to do it again, try it again. And then when you remember to do it again, try it again. We spend almost all of our lives in the past or the future and not right now. If you really saw things as they truly are, this would play no part. None. It's a profound limitation. So, not saying don't take care of it. Want to go to the gym? Good. Go to the gym. Want to eat healthy food instead of candy and junk food? Fantastic. Eat healthy food. You know, it's important while we still appear to be here to live what we call a normal life. There's nothing normal about A Course in Miracles. I'm sure you've gathered that already. Welcome. It's radical. It is. You're ready for it. You're here. You're here. No matter how these teachings are going down for you, you're watching because you're meant to be here, which tells me unequivocally that you're ready for this. What else would it possibly say? Well, we appear to be here. Give the body over to your inner teacher. Show up and do life. Go to your job. Show up for your next meeting at the top of the hour. Live a normal life. Even if you don't believe that this is you, you can still use it to extend love to your brother. This is a form that we can relate to without being plunged off the existential cliff of dread. It is. It's a communication device. It is a mechanism for sharing the Holy Spirit. That is precisely what's going on right now. When something lands for you, it's not this, it's the Holy Spirit that's doing all of the talking. You may 100% count on that, most definitely. So, do these radical ideas take some getting used to? Yes, of course they do. In that sense, A Course in Miracles is no different from any other spiritual tradition, really. It's no different from any other aspect and arena of life. We have to accustom ourselves to it. We get used to these ideas. And the best way to do it is by putting them into practice, where our experience shows us, proves to us, and demonstrates to us that these ideas are true. Try it. You might like it, and then try it again. All right. So along the way, questions are inevitable. I mean, this course aims for us to clarify our perception. We don't see things as they are. We think this is us. It's not us. We know this, but we still choose to see this as us. Okay. We embark on this series of practices that this course talks about and leads us into so that we may see things as they really are. Then, and only then, Can truth dawn of itself? That's awakening. We can have glimpses along the way, and perhaps you have. Many of you have, I'm sure. Questions are bound to arise. So if you've got them, please feel welcome to leave them here. And if you want to just even drop in and say hello, please go ahead and do that. The comments here on YouTube are a perfect place to do that. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. That's the prompt in the corner of your screen. Just click on that arrow and join us. Several videos appear each week, and we're talking about and the Course, and well, just that, A Course in Miracles, what it says and what it means, and how you can put it into practice in your daily life, which is where the action is, all of it. So thank you to all of you who have recently subscribed and joined us from all over the world, which is really cool. It's one of the beauties of having YouTube and the internet and this modern technology is we can reach each other from anywhere at any time. Exactly, because we're, in fact, completely unlimited. Hmm. Yeah. Let's end with that, shall we? Okay. Thank you for joining me.